Hello, Justin the Ozarks Gardener here. I haven't put up a video in quite a while, so I'm going to get to a garden update one of these days soon. Things are really growing. It's really exploded lately, but I'll get to that later. Right now I just want to make a quick video about finished compost. So, as you may have seen my other composting video, I got this dual composter here, and the way it works is that you fill up one side with kitchen scraps and yard waste and other organic matter, browns and greens, carbon and nitrogen, that is. And you got to get the ratio right, which takes a little bit of research, but it's not that hard to really. Just mostly browns and some green, I guess. But you know, it'll happen either way, I guess. And if it's not getting hot, try adding more brown, and if that doesn't work, try adding more green. You know, it's just a trial and error kind of thing. But and then once that side is full, then you start filling up the other side, and every day you come out and spin them both, and the side that you stopped adding things to is now in the finishing phase. It's cooking, and the other side will cook too while you're adding stuff to it, but the more you add stuff to it, you know, it's not going to fully decompose because you're adding new new material to it. But today is the first time I've dumped out one side of it, and I got this what I'm calling finished compost. And you may see a lot of these little speckles, these things in here. What those are is eggshells. I work in the kitchen, and I've collected a lot of eggshells from my job because I knew that they were good for compost. And I asked on a forum online why my eggshells weren't decomposing, why they were still visible and everything, and someone told me that they take a really long time to actually break down. So you can either microwave them for like 30 seconds to dry them out, and then grind them up in a food processor or mortar and pestle or something like that and get them fine, or just, you know, crush them up and put them in here, and whatever, they'll eventually do their thing. But so everything except for the eggshells is pretty much broken down, and it kind of looks like cow manure compost or something like that. I don't know, but it's mostly broken down. There's some big chunks in here, like that guy here. Let's bust him open, see what's happening. Yep, see, pretty much all decomposed throughout. Just looks like compost from the store when you buy it at Lowe's or Home Depot. So what I'm going to do is drag this tarp out into a sunny spot in the yard and let it sit there for a day or two and let this stuff dry out a little bit, and that way I can bust up some of these chunks a little bigger. You can do what's called screening the compost, which is basically like putting it through a sifter. You know, you make a box, a shallow box with some hardware cloth of like 1/2 inch diameter holes or something like that on it, and push it through that, and it just kind of, just like sifting flour when you make cake, it busts up the larger chunks. I don't have one of those, and I didn't really feel like building one, so I'm just gonna let it dry out a little and then bust it up, and then I'll spread it out in my garden, or I'll bag it up. You can see there's some sticks and things in here. It didn't fully break down. That's probably a corn cob. Pretty sure. Let's see what's. Oh yeah, that's a corn cob. So I mean, it's not fully broken down, but this other side is getting full, and I'd say this is pretty darn broken down. And so I'm about ready to close that side off and let it do its thing, and start filling up this side again. So I just want to make a quick video on that. Finished compost is easy to do at home. I just saved all my food, all my veggie and fruit scraps, and my yard waste, and I add a little bit of horse bedding, compressed pine pellet horse bedding that I got from the feed store. I add that as a brown component because I don't have like a lot of dried leaves or anything to add for the carbon content, so I add that, and it breaks down real easy because it's already really finely ground wood shavings, and it seems to make the situation. I got that idea from John Kohler over at growingyourgreens.com. But yeah, I'm really pleased. I got some definitely usable compost, all organic, made from my own yard waste and kitchen scraps. So get yourself a tumbler, or better yet, a dual tumbler, and start making your own compost. Even if you don't garden, I mean, you should be gardening, but if you don't, you could make this and save some space in the landfill and sell it to your neighbor that does garden or something like that, or just give it away, whatever. It's just it just happens. Compost happens. So this is Justin the Ozarks Gardener, signing off.